quite a lot of things have happened. We've got Hamazura really taking the spotlight in a way, being another level 0 with no power apart from changing fate itself, apparently. And with all three of our main leading men at the minute converging in what would only really be Russia, we might be in for some interesting yet possibly cold times. And with each one of them out to protect someone they hold dear, I really hope this isn't some Kingmaker situation where there can only be one. But the dark seedy underbelly is not going to let go easily, especially after seeing Mugano just reappear from the dead. And probably again, because not allowed to sleep. I did put on subtitles, right? Just the first line. So that's a great headline to read, and people were just still walking around, not really paying attention to the news, but to be fair, what they're asking might be fair enough. And why exactly was full-scale warfare on the cards straight away? And also, how is the rest of the world responding to this threat of war? Now, any reason as to why he would be off to the sides? Is he up there pulling strings? Interesting song and visual so far. I think I just don't know who that is, but I think I just saw the one that was an angel in the weird everyone's not themselves timeline thing that Tolma was in. But considering this arc started off with Academy City has a few days to declare their intents, otherwise we're going to glass the entire thing. And the intensity of this is going to be quite animated. I know he doesn't really have any places to take her. But is it a safe choice when she's like this to just drag her all the way to Russia? And yet you don't have any money or anything. I'm sorry, your robbery has been interrupted by a robbery. Well, I don't think the owner would be hurt. For some reason. What a strange series of events. That is a quite a blunt answer. You are on a train, but not only are each of them trying to protect someone, Index with Last Order. Did I say Index? Accelerator with Last Order, Tomo with Index, Hamazura with the other girl. But each and every one of them, sick, injured, comatose. And with multiple fail-safes in place and the collection of knowledge of a library, I'm surprised her consciousness hasn't been fractured or anything before. Okay. If you want to just admit that it's through sheer curiosity, then just go ahead and admit it. Definitely would help, actually. But how did potentially confidential knowledge such as that... I feel like you're skipping the question here. No one really asked, but okay. Ha. To be fair, you kind of need a translation skills, but is it really worth it? Now, what could be suspicious there? So you're going to go around each military installation, find out if there's more going on underneath the hood. Really, the Royal Navy. Are there any factions that we've seen so far that are going to be left out of this conflict? The French are coming. I'm not entirely sure that's how ice spreads, but they started charging from a long way away. They're going to be exhausted by the time they reach them. Ha! Who else is just going to... Oh. Good thing that it's just normal sea temperature and not Arctic ones. A commanding voice from the back there. Almost if we I meant to forget the past few episodes and everything that's happened. Did they stop their charge just to watch? Then what was the point of screaming and running in? Are you trying to... Yeah, there we go. Can't you throw her off the train? She doesn't have a ticket. Might be moving a bit fast. Ah, that's the true plan. Important life advice from Tomo. Everyone should pay heed here. What was that metallic crunching? Good thing they can postpone their conversation and activities for a while. Take his robe. You can blend in quite easily. It probably would have, but he's seen your faces now. This is quite the place to relax. So high up on a comfortable armchair. Does he have any plan? Alliance of Independent Nations. I like the choir playing over his scene. There's so much being thrown at them. How is one high school boy meant to take it all in and fight against it? Is there an immediate solution or panacea for her? Just straight up talking in Japanese there. This doesn't look suspicious in the slightest, but it seems like a good deal. There we are. Protectionists of their own place. Screw the world. And yet, what's the percentage of schools and students in this place? What was with that that hydraulic noise for the zoom out. Not entirely wrong. Really, armed guards all pointing their rifles at you. Could you just hold on for a minute? We're having a conversation. Okay. That might be the one that I didn't know in the opening then. Well, their information network has probably let them in on a thing or two. They have... their interests align. So all you have to do is hand her over to one of you. If it protects all of the citizens and everything else, tough decisions have to be made. She says it might be on a different scale. Yeah, it's like mainly one person, but with the power to wipe out so much. Yeah, I don't think he had an appointment. Such a long-range strike. I guess you'll just have to demolish the entire thing. This is what she's gotten herself into. Is she willing to back out now? And was it done just so that each of the little stories here had their own little helper come along? For, what was it, the Holy Maiden of Russia or something like that? Immediately stepping in the way, but you're not long for this world, those two. Oh well. Why did they change it from main dish to main course? Seems like only a small difference, but attack is the best form of defense. You've got to love it when they just run in with no real plan. Have all the aperitifs first. Does that... Is he trying to say that he is long before that and has an army? Oh. He has no strong allegiance to anything, doesn't really care. Just a crowbar. I think it is a crowbar. For her just to appear straight away. Another one. Oh. She's gotten better since the last time we came up against her. Quite a hodgepodge of people that have been brought together here. Quite a few people could actually probably achieve it. There's... Fair enough, it does seem like an important thing to protect. I have no idea what it is. But I think just carrying Last Order like a old jacket. It's fun to see people like that just go up against Accelerator and then it ending quite quickly. But I don't think that's his final boss. This might be instead. Faceplate to hide who it is. I don't know if I recognize that voice, but there's only a few characters with hairstyles like that. And only a few. But that just raises a whole more question. I'm going to wait until the next episode. And luckily, I'm going to watch it straight after, so we'll figure that one out. I'll figure that one out myself. But you are exploring quite a lot of Russia. Mainly its kind of military bases on one side and train network. But for Hamazura, struggling his way through, stopping... you're just your helpful neighbourhood Hamazura, stopping robberies, getting a baguette or two for the road. So many attacks on so many fronts, which is going to get resolved. In other arcs and episodes that we've seen, there have been time constraints, things that really kind of push the level of danger up. But I don't think orbital bombardment and intercontinental ballistic missiles have really been a part of it so far. And while there is some merit to making demands of Academy City to shut down any and all operations, the public face of it being Academy City, a place of schools and students, how is the wider public going to take this act of aggression? But like I said, with the little helper tagging along? Is it because Accelerator's side story and Hamazura's... It would be too much if all of them just had a serious tone. You gotta have one that's a bit pushy. Also, have we really been told on how genetics plays a part in Esper abilities? Like, do we know it gets... Is it all hereditary? Because if not, him being who he is and with his imagination breaker, I don't know if it's all too useful. And the thing with Hamazura is it's either going to get worse before it gets better, and this will take her to a doctor as a trap, or once again he's hit the jackpot and has just landed on his feet. What was the likelihood that you would find someone like that out in the middle of the snow in a random part of the road where he just decides to stop the car? But with the starting of this and the opening being what it was, pushing a few more characters, finding out that Holy... whatever she was called, and the supposed paratrooper coming in for probably Accelerator, whose abilities are going to be tested, he's going to come out of it all right. I mean, if we had Britain in the midst of a power struggle and which affected the entire nation and the royal family, I don't think the threat of nuclear warfare is too much to bear. But we're going to have fun. A few more episodes left. Might as well get right into them. If you've enjoyed, let me know. Maybe leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe for more. Join my Discord to be disappointed in humanity. But there might be some people talking about Index. You never know. But right now, get yourselves a bit of rest. We need you in top shape. So join me in the next one. If you don't want to go traipsing through the snow, instead, you can have a look through the barren wasteland that is my channel instead. And if, for reasons left best unknown, you find something that you like, maybe consider looking at my Patreon as well to help keep me warm through the winter. And so, I need to thank Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kitesao, Shiwan, Mats, Moaha, Stinsfire, Girly, Grey19, Saltitron, Cardboard, Croyville, Jennifer Rojas, Alvin Garcia and Santiago, D. Theodore, Dark Shadow 7899, Defender of Segs, Gintman, Finesse Kid, Maurizio Lascano, and everyone else. Although with copyright stories like they are at the minute, maybe I need to keep an eye out for any planes overhead.